we're growing. We're making a Pinterest account today, a Pinterest business account because I'm lacking on my Pinterest presence, and I should just be doing more than scrolling. I should be getting scrolled on.
I
I
like
use
that.
that. So I have Rich here today with me to guide me and help. And at the end, at the very end, we're going to announce. I'm going to buy somebody a guide that Rich is selling. I'll probably buy one for myself too. That he's selling, and I will announce it. I think we have two people, two whole people. I thank you very much for both of you that entered in, and I will announce it at the end of what we're doing whenever that's over. It probably won't be too long. So you're on the camera now.
All right, let's go. Let's rock. How
All
you
right.
doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm
Good,
excited.
good.
I'm excited. I usually use Pinterest for mommy stuff and like my baby shower stuff was on Pinterest.
So, like, you're one of the ideal clients, like that people, I guess, market to,
Oh
in a
really?
sense.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
because like you're on there, like looking, because like I'm not sure if you bought anything off there, but you definitely look for like inspiration and like ideas and stuff like that. Correct?
I have bought something from off of there. Ended up going to
What?
Etsy, but I bought like templates for baby shower games off of there, off
Oh,
of
cool. So
Pinterest.
yeah, nah, that's dope actually. So you can set up like your whether it be Etsy, Shopify, any of your websites. Like I have Squarespace and I sell my prints on there. But like you just said, like the way you set it up, people can find you. They click, it directs them back to your website, which is what you want. When you're posting your stuff online. And yeah, like that's really really dope though. So I'm glad to like
Yay.
see like hearing from a user perspective of
Oh
how they
yeah.
use it.
Oh yeah. Cause like I started hearing about it when my friend was like doing Pinterest boards for like marriage, like her dream
That's
wedding and
big on
stuff.
there too. Yep.
And I was like, you are creepy.
A lot of no, well, see, a lot of wedding photographers eat that way because they'll have all their
Oh.
photos up on there, and sometimes like obviously people are looking for inspiration, but they may not have a wedding photographer at the same time. So you click on a photo, you see it leads back to a link. You're like, oh, let me see what this is about. Somebody can get booked possibly off of that.
I love that. I didn't think well that makes sense, but that makes like
Hmm.
100% sense. Especially when people they use Pinterest for that, planning their dream wedding and all of that good stuff. I'm so do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, that works, and
Okay.
I can see everything that you're doing, and then I could just walk you through it.
God damn it. My computer's acting really slow. And this is exactly why I can't play The Sims because it's acting real,
That's
real
funny. Hey,
slow.
I haven't played The Sims in years now. I think about it,
Oh, I love me
but I used to
some
be heavy
Sims.
on that game though.
Like, I've been playing this since I was like 12. Okay. Can you see? You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes. Let me make it bigger.
No,
Okay.
that's perfect right there.
Okay. Perfect.
So what we're gonna do first is go to the home screen. So click the home button.
I was like, where is that? It's because the what you call it was blocking it. The little chat box I got. Let me move it up some. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Alrighty. So am I supposed to pick this stuff for my homepage?
No, you don't have to do that. Just, I mean, click whatever you want. I don't. It really doesn't matter.
I
Click
do
what
like
your interests
makeup
are.
and nails. I do. I'm really like scrolling through this like, desserts, gardening. I'll make it quick. Creepy pasta. Um
That's a new one.
yeah, that's like kind of like dudeish. Skincare. Okay. Computer's acting slow. I got Pokemon on here too.
Yo, they have everything imaginable on there.
Okay.
So, Karima, do you have a website?
Yes. I don't know if you saw Ari's live, but I definitely low key got positively bullied into like getting my shit together. So I have a Notion site. I have a website. I have something I can direct people to.
Okay.
So
So, first thing you want to do with that is claim the website. So go back up when you see, like scroll back up. I'm sorry. You always want to, when you're creating a business account on here, first things you want to do is claim your website,
Oh.
because when people start coming to you, um, a you can start posting stuff directly from your website to Pinterest, and B, when people like say if they're just scrolling and they like what they see, they're like, oh, let me see their website real fast, and boom, you can do it that way.
Does it matter if I add an HTML tag? I guess I gotta pick one.
Yeah. Let's save that. But you know how to do it pretty much.
Hold on. What's this supposed to do? Like, so hold on. If I add an HTML tag to this head section of your site's index, oh, I can add this
Hmm.
onto my website.
You do that on the back end.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll save that for later.
Yeah.
Let me put it somewhere.
Um. So after that, and also, just click back, like just click out of that part real
So
quick.
don't
I'm gonna show you
submit it.
something.
Okay, back.
No, you can do whatever. Just get out of that. Just make sure you get out of that real
Get out of
fast.
there. All right,
So
I'm
you
out of there.
see below that it says claim other accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can claim your Instagram, your Etsy, your YouTube. So this is really huge because, so for one, with Instagram, you can auto publish all of your posts to convert over to Pinterest. So as a content creator,
Um.
you're pretty much, you could be posting two times at once
Okay.
without having to worry about
That's
that.
definitely not my Instagram. It's my client's Instagram, so I'm gonna have to do that later.
Yeah, no
Okay.
worries, no worries. I just want to show you and also show the people the possibilities of what you can do.
Okay, so I'm about to write that down though, so I don't forget.
Yeah, no problem.
Claim Instagram and claim YouTube. When I look to the side, I'm looking
And
at my other screen.
and if you see me on like moving to the side looking at my phone, it's because I'm looking at stocks right now because Bitcoin going crazy.
Is it?
So yes, it is.
Is it? What's
We
the price?
it's at
What's the price of Bitcoin?
it's at 8,700 right now.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm just looking at stock
That used
stuff.
to be my life once upon a time. Like I like that. Yeah, once
How
upon a
many
time.
careers have you had?
A
You saw
few.
you know who has an interesting background? Tirza. If you ever talk to Tirza about like
All the different
random,
stuff.
she has all these random facts, and then you'll sit there and talk to her. She's had like 20 careers before. You was like, God damn,
Like, what
like
didn't you do?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so you can claim. So back
I'll
to this.
claim those
Sorry.
later. Yeah, no,
So
it's fine.
you can claim your IG, and below that it says auto publish. So you can enable that whenever you set that up, and
Okay.
then it will take all of your IG posts over time, and post it to Pinterest. You can have it go to a certain board if you want to, you know, via that. Below that, you have your Etsy shop. So for people who have Etsy stuff, who just have strictly Etsy websites where they obviously sell their services,
Right.
all of that data, whenever somebody saves your product and wants to pin it to their Pinterest board, everything is right there, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, go ahead.
Um. Okay, about the Instagram integration that's going on
Mm-hmm.
here. So you know what's really annoying when you the little thing, the little Zoom bar, it just like it be in the way. But anyways, it just blow me. But so okay, the way that if Instagram is going to post to Pinterest for me, how does that work as far as like when someone's reading a post? Like, does it make sense for them? Is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So I get what you're saying. So, hmm. And me and Madhu were talking about this last night. So whatever you type in on your Instagram, as far as like your caption or whatever, it's gonna just go over to Pinterest. You can't change it.
right. Oh, you
The
can't.
thing of no, but the thing about Pinterest is it's a visual like platform. So as long as you have a nice aesthetic, people are going to click on it anyways.
Right. So
You see
what
what I'm saying?
I be typing many essays in my IG captions, and so does that translate well to a Pinterest audience, even if they? click on the picture and they read my caption, then that's cool, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, that's fine. I just wanted to know, like, because you know, like how if you post from Insta to Twitter, it'll be like, I live a long life, blah, 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 blah. And it'll be like a little Instagram short link. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't think that's really like, it's
Well, I would
transferable.
say you can always enable it and then disable it if you don't like the way it comes up.
Okay, yeah,
Or
I would love to
or
try it
you
out.
could, whenever you're posting, so the auto publish thing, it will have whatever caption is under that.
Mm-hmm.
Another way to undo that, if you still want to do the same thing, you'll just have to do it manually. So you can go to your IG, share to Pinterest, and then you can write the description that you want.
Okay,
So obviously
okay.
that's a longer, way of doing it, but it is possible if you want to control the aesthetic of each thing.
Right. And I feel like when I get to like know it more, then I'll have an idea of how I want it to be. But honestly, right now, like especially for me as somebody who have, trying to get on top of all of it, it sounds great to have one thing go to the other. And like just I'm looking at the chat and Carmen says she didn't know. I didn't know you could auto post from IG to Pinterest. I did claim my account though. Hey, I'm doing that now. That's how she said it. that's how she said it on there. So we got people learning. Awesome. All right. So what's the next step?
Yeah, so just scroll down a little bit. So, like I said, you can claim your Etsy, and then YouTube is another big thing
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
I claim my YouTube.
So, with that, um, damn, hold on,
That's fine. Take your
because
time.
I am working on a YouTube, so I don't have the expertise in it. I can just tell you what it does do,
Okay.
but until I like figure all that out. But so pretty much with the YouTube, it's kind of like the same thing. I don't believe they have auto publish,
Mm-hmm.
but what you could do is, which is one simple step, you just go to your YouTube, or whenever you put YouTube your videos onto Pinterest, when somebody
Mm-hmm.
clicks on it, it goes directly to that YouTube channel because they'll have the link and everything already there. So
Oh.
this is a lot of ways where, I don't know if you remember I was talking about yesterday, where I was talking about how podcasters and YouTubers can really benefit from Pinterest.
Yeah.
All you have to do is learn that Canva and like Photoshop, whatever you do to create your graphics is your best friend. So instead of, when you create a piece of content, I'll take my stuff for example. When I have a shoot, and if I want to post something to Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
I'll post pictures. I can do the same thing to IG. The thing about Pinterest, they like horizontal pictures.
Yeah.
I mean vertical. I'm sorry, vertical. I said
No,
horizontal.
but you know when
Vertical.
you said that, I
Yeah,
was thinking this. I was thinking
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I was on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
So they, and there's, like on Canva, I'm sure you've played with it. Like they have literally every size thing that you can think of
Right.
for
Right.
your content. So all you got to do is whenever you create an IG one, you can go back and resize it to a Pinterest one and do the same thing like that. Really simple and easy, but it makes a world of difference because, like I said, when things stand out, and I'll show you later on when it's on my screen how various people are using YouTube, how they're using Pinterest to leverage their YouTube and their Pinterest, their
Okay.
podcast, to get more listens, to get more subscribers, to get, people to their email list. There's so many various ways that you can do
Right.
to, once you start generating that traffic, it just trickulates down to everything else that you're working on, and you don't have to work twice as hard because
Right.
you have this, this vehicle that's just driving people to your website.
Yeah.
Once you get to that point, then you start thinking of ways to uh, create, just various conversions. Like, okay, how can I make things better so I can at least get an email subscriber, or get somebody to pay for this digital download, or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need traffic. Well, not need because I like people like coming to me through like a warm sense, but I would love to like direct traffic to like my freebies and funnel
Well,
them
yeah.
in.
So like, it's good for service based, but it's good for everything. If you got a business, it's good for that. But the huge thing is really good for is grabbing those emails, because when somebody opts into your email list, they want to see more from you. They want to hear more from you. So that's, creating a core audience. So yeah, like I drive tons of traffic to my website, but at to a certain point, it really doesn't matter if they don't,
Convert.
um, if I don't get an email subscriber,
Mm-hmm.
because then it's like, oh, you're just, you're surfing through the internet in a way. But if I know you, if I get your email, if I get you as an email subscriber, then it's like, oh, you locked in, like you trying to shop with me in a way. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
interested in my products and my services.
Yeah, that's a good way to convert people.
Hmm.
This looks really cool. Okay, so
So we can.
okay, my bad.
Oh no,
Focus.
you're
Unfocused.
fine. Bulk. I mean, it's cool. We could talk about that another time. I wouldn't start off doing that,
I just clicked
but
it. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know worries. But obviously, you can see you can use CSV files to create multiple videos all at once. So that's good if you know how to do those certain things, because I'm sure there's plenty of people like in the fitness world. They have tons of videos that they may post to IG or their IG stories, but they don't do anything else with it. This is a great way to pretty much take all the videos in your phone, or just videos that you have as far as content goes, put it through a CSV file, and it'll create a whole bunch of pins for you, and then it'll just upload on its own.
That's what Eric needs to do. How many black men are on Pinterest?
It's not a lot of them.
Think
I promise
about,
you, it's not. It's not a
I
lot of
guess it
them.
doesn't matter to you, but as a woman, any race of a woman, and I'm scrolling and I see Eric, I'm like, ooh, my Pinterest. I'm gonna send him this video. Like, bro, get
I was
on it.
talking. I was reading something the other day, and somebody was like, "Oh, it's so hard to find black women on Pinterest." And I was like, "It's true, because we're all used to these three or four main social media websites,
Yeah,
but the soccer moms are out there killing the fucking Pinterest game, because they've utilized it to a point where it's like how I'm describing to you. They gain a core audience, and they're just printing out money
mm.
left and right. I've talked to maybe two or three people that are white women, and they'd be like, "Yo, I ain't got to do nothing." You know what I mean? All I got to do is sit here and create,
Wow.
upload. The people come to me. They set their profiles very aesthetically pleasing, and it's game over after that.
Wow.
So after this, we can go back to the home page.
Okay. It's like low key embarrassing because my computer is so slow. I'm about to have to talk to my friend. Like, why? I can hear her breathing right now. Like, shh.
um, damn, hold on. Let me move this over.
Oh, did I claim my website? Oh, it takes 24 hours. It says.
Yeah, you're fine. No
Okay.
worries.
Okay. Cool.
So, go to your name, Karima Digital, over on the right side where that arrow is below,
On the right arrow
up
below,
top.
up top, bow. Okay. Gotta sing it out.
So you're gonna click that.
Business Hub or profile?
No, actually, I'm sorry. We're gonna go to the red, um, like add button. Yes.
Got you.
So here, okay, we're gonna saying create pin. I wanted to start creating boards.
Hmm.
I'm trying to do it on the back end.
Boards are full of pins, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
I wonder if I can merge my personal account. Because I gotta have a
can you click?
business.
Can you click on the three dots below, which you clicked real fast?
Yes.
Hold on, let me. It's weird. It's not popping up for you. Hold on.
Maybe what's the business hub? Is there something I need to interact with here?
So yeah, we can go there real fast. So Business Hub, this is where you'll see all your analytics, and you can actually go to the analytics button on the left side.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And this go to, yeah. So you have overview, and what that's going to show you is your impressions daily,
Mm.
weekly, monthly. You go below that, it'll show you what your top boards are. So this is really good for people who are creating
Oh,
content and want to learn how to focus once they get to a certain point,
on
where
what's
to focus
working.
on to next.
Right.
And so that gives you a really great display of, just visually what's going on, what you need to work on, what you want to focus on,
Okay.
how things are going. You can see, like, once you start getting the boards, you can see how many people are clicking on the boards monthly, all that stuff. So that's really a great tool. Below that, you can go to Audience Insights,
Mm-hmm.
and that will show you the people that are coming. It will give you all the analytics for the people that are coming to your website. I mean, to your
My
Pinterest account.
page.
It'll
Okay.
give you, literally, you have everything: location, what kind of devices they're using, the gender. And once you start having boards, it'll show you which categories are doing well, which ones aren't, and then that can give you a strategy on how to go about, creating content going further, or what they want to see more from you.
Okay. Let me go back to the plus. I'm gonna go to create a pin and see what comes up. Oh. Maybe I have to create a pin, and then once I create pins, it lets me do a board.
No,
Okay.
go to home again.
Just guessing over you. Okay.
Go to when you go to Karima Digital again, go to profile. You got to do it there.
Oh, up
I'm over
here.
here acting like I got a brain for it. I was like, how the hell?
No, story of my life. It's okay. Like we hustling during the Rona. It's fine.
Yeah, so go to profile.
Hmm.
Boom. So there we have so the first thing, and we don't have to do this now, but so on your profile, just your name, Karima Digital,
Hmm.
you want to expand on that. So
Like Karima, convert your audience. Like change my name.
no. So
Oh,
like your display name. So you want it to have keywords of identifies what exactly is that you do, or what you talk about mainly, or what you post about mainly. So you can keep the Karima Digital, but then I would say marketing specialist or email mark. One of those two. Like, just like how the names on Twitter. Like
mm-hmm.
when someone, you see their headline, I would kind of do it exactly like that.
I'm looking for the long line divider thing where you can hear this.
Yes.
Mm. All right.
So your about profile, that's actually really good right there. It says exactly what you do. So you can save that.
Should I put a call to action in my profile? Like learn more at Karima.digital, or does it really matter?
If you if you'd like to, yeah, but they can't click on it.
Oh,
That's why you
but
have the. That's why you claim that. So a lot of people, what a lot of people do is, and obviously, like, you can put it there because some people are smart enough to just highlight that link and just put it in, in a web browser. But
right.
some people aren't. So you pretty much be taking up space. So it's kind of up to you if you want to do that or not. Like, I see people do that in their boards themselves. Like, they'll write out a description and like, oh, to find out more, they'll put whatever, like, destination web link, but it's like they can't really click on it. So
Yeah.
unless some people are smart enough, like I said again, to highlight it, put it in their browser, and then go to it, 9 times out of 10 really don't matter.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I feel you.
So we're gonna go to boards here.
Or keep singing.
So this is where you create all of your boards for your product, for your Pinterest.
Okay.
So to start, you'd hit that button over there where it says
Mm-hmm.
create board. So your board name. So I sent you a link to the Google Doc that
Yeah.
I sent to you,
You know what
where
I
I
just
pretty
thought
much.
about? I'm about to open the doc right now. I need to just open up my email. I just thought about like affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, for instance, if I wanted to be an affiliate for your product and market it on Pinterest, then I would create a board about your product, right?
So you can do multiple things. There's multiple ways to go about it. You could have have a straight up affiliate board, and you say these are the products that I affiliate. Da 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 da,
Okay.
and then you could post the images there, or you could, depending on what type of content or product it is, or you can manually upload it from your phone and just put in the your and I'll show you that in a second,
Okay.
where you can like, let's say like you were affiliating for my product, you would have my the cover for the book, obviously. You would write in a description of what the book is about, and then for the destination website link, it would be your affiliate code.
Right.
And so whenever somebody clicks on it, it would reroute. Obviously, you would get the credit for it. So there's various ways that you could play that.
I
But yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely doable though, for
I'm like
sure.
an affiliate for almost every piece of software that I use. As soon
Hmm.
as I become a customer, or right before, I see if I could be an affiliate, and so this would be a good way of driving traffic to
I
those
agree,
software
because you
pieces.
could have boards specifically for those type of things as well.
Right.
Like, say the convert kit. I'm sure I know you use that a lot. You can
Yeah.
talk about email marketing, and you'll see the in the boards that I
Yeah.
created
I
for you.
opened it up.
Yeah, you can do that, and then you can just upload. You can create graphics specifically for that affiliate link code, and just upload them, and just obviously, if somebody clicks on it, it goes directly to that, but it'll be very passive. You know what I mean?
I think I might. You might just got me into a rabbit hole, sir.
You sound like my dude yesterday when I was like, "Hey, you could do X, Y." He was like, "I was like, yeah, it's like it's all doable. You
Hmm.
just off the bat, it's not gonna be like, oh, I got a million views now. Nah, it ain't like that. But if you sit
Right.
there and just, you have a month or 2 month long strategy, the thing could explode. And once you
Hmm.
realize it, you just be like, oh,
Okay, I'm like excited now. So I opened up the document. Do I name the first social media marketing tips after the
yeah.
thing?
So you'll name
What's
that.
so funny?
You'll name that, huh?
I want to laugh. What you
Oh
laughing
no, I
at?
got a video,
Oh, what'd you say?
and it was like, this is you leaving the bodega, and this is this guy just
Oh,
it's funny as hell. Because every time I go to the bodega, I come out with mad snacks. So, so yeah.
oh, you
So
in New
you,
York, aren't
yeah.
you? Okay, but social media. Do I have a start and an end? It doesn't
No,
matter.
don't worry about that.
Okay.
So, before you click create,
Mm-hmm.
um, keep the board a secret. So some people, and I've done this before, like they'll keep their board secret because they want to like curate it and all that good stuff right there. Before they actually like start letting the public see it. So
Mm-hmm.
you could do that now if you're not. It's totally up to you. Really doesn't
I
matter.
don't mind. I mean,
But just make sure that whenever you start, whenever you start saving more stuff to it, that you obviously
I don't
uh,
want to save other people's pins to my board. Is that smart?
say that again.
So they want me to save other people's pins to my board. Is that
So
smart?
you
Is
that
that
is smart. So that generates buzz to begin with until you like, say, depending on if you got a lot of content or not. So since for me, I'm a photographer, I have literally like
boatload?
10,000 photos. So I kind of, depending on what board it is, I mix and match it, like mix it up a little bit. But for the most part, I only pin my own stuff just because I had the content for it. But some people may not. So a good way to generate, people coming to view that board is you would like to pin other people's stuff first,
Look at
and
the
then start
competition.
rolling out your content.
Look at the competition. They both got the same exact same title. Who
I
was
mean, it's just like
first?
SEO. You gotta see what stands out.
Yeah.
And this is also a good way to see, like, various, like, how you can start catering your things
Right. I'm
because
like,
you gotta for you as a you're a marketing person in general, you can see what works and what doesn't. You can be like,
true.
oh, I like that. Oh, I don't like that. I wouldn't do that.
20 hashtags for small businesses. Oh, that's dope. I know nothing about Instagram hashtags, so I'm gonna save that. Okay, I think I've saved enough.
Yeah, you're fine. Then hit done, and
This
then I'm
one's
gonna need you to go back into your board as well.
okay. I think I'm still here on the board.
Yeah, so go up to that pencil.
Mm-hmm.
You see that plus sign? Go to that pencil real fast. So this is very really key. So at first you have your description. So
Mm-hmm.
just plug in that description that I sent to you. The description is just telling what the board is about.
Okay.
So sometimes you could fill that up with keywords like I did there for you,
Okay.
and then you went to the next thing, the category. Categories are important.
Okay. Let's
So the
see.
category would be you would say education.
Oh, totally skip that. That's what happens when you get into stuff. I'm like this in my computer.
All good, all good. So after that, just save it.
Okay.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry. Go back out real fast.
That's
I
fine.
wanted to show you
Go
something.
back to this or
Yeah, go back to that pencil button.
uh-huh.
So scroll back down. So here,
Am I scroll down? I think I
yeah,
can
yeah, no, you're
okay.
fine. You're totally fine. So you have a cover, the cover. So you can change that. So the thing, and what I'll show you later, is when people make Pinterest accounts, they have an aesthetic to it.
Oh, like an Instagram.
Exactly. So you want to have
Oh.
that with your boards because it's just easier on the eye. Like it's easier to read. Like people know what they're getting into.
Oh, so
Um,
for instance, I could have like I like galaxy and stars and shit, right? So I could have like that background, and then in the front it would say social media marketing tips, and that would be the cover. And then
yes.
okay.
Can I share my screen real fast?
Yes, I'm gonna stop sharing.
I'm about to show you my stuff really quick.
You take your time.
Can you see it?
Yes.
All right. So you see, this is
Oh.
mine. So it has the rich point of view, photographer, digital strategist.
10
Say
million
exactly.
plus. What
Chill, chill,
what?
chill.
I'm sorry.
So you see here, you see here, all of my boards, my cover boards look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
this is just mine. Like I've changed it up maybe 3 or 4 times,
It's like
but
the IG stories thing where everybody's little like IG's like the little highlights on Instagram.
exactly. That's the
Okay.
exact way to think about it.
Okay.
And so I can show you.
You can
Let
write
me
that
go
down.
to.
Let me write that down. Mm-hmm.
This is Madhu's that we worked on yesterday.
Yeah, I
So
see
Madhu
that.
has a video on his, and you
Right.
can have a video. You can have motion graphics as the cover background. When you go to Madhu's boards, so so his name is right there. Phoenix Athletica leisure and fitness brand tells you what it's about in the description. He has
Mm-hmm.
his he claimed his website. So when you go to all boards, his stuff looks very similar as far as aesthetic goes as well.
Oh.
So all things Phoenix, Phoenix Lounge. This is where you'll see all the podcast stuff. This is where he'll have motivational quotes, as far as fitness and stuff that
So
goes.
are some of these pins his? I mean, other people
All
because
of so all things Phoenix, these are all his stuff. This is all his.
oh,
So he connected the IG stuff. So click
Instagram.
there.
Okay, that's why I'm like, damn, 46 in one day. God damn, trying to keep up, brother. All right, this makes sense.
So he has all that,
Okay.
and then let me go back up.
I'm waiting for my stuff to actually come in the mail.
What you wait on?
I got the sports bra
Oh,
and
nice.
the leggings.
Yeah, his stuff is really dope. I gotta get some shorts.
Maybe TMI, but the zip in the front was a game changer for me. I was like, I have
I'm sure he'd like that.
I have one that like clicks on the back, and it's like, who thought of that? Like that was a horrible idea because I'm like struggling. It's just, yeah. So
No, I feel you. No, no,
I
no.
got
You're
the
all
other
good. I
one.
like his shorts because they have the pockets, but then they have the compression underneath that as well, and that's just a game changer. So here you see he has his podcast, talks about that, but then the way he set it up with his anchor stuff. So as soon as somebody clicks on thing, go straight to his
Oh,
podcast.
nice. Very nice.
So these are just some of the possibilities that you can
Wow, Madhu, your page look good.
start thinking about, going forward as far as like, especially for people who have, just you can think about it from a cross-platform, position
Mm-hmm.
where okay, like I can get all this rolling, but like I said, all of this is aesthetically pleasing. So when people click on it, and then health and fitness is really big on this platform as well. So
It is.
he can beef up this content with a whole bunch of random videos from all throughout Pinterest. Once he starts rolling out videos of his own, it will just add on top of that.
Oh. So Carmen asks, do you recommend a certain amount of pins per day? And then how many boards do you recommend?
So as far as starting out, I would recommend 2 to 5 boards, depending on what type of content. But you want to focus on those specific ones before you start expanding. Because when you start trying to expand, you're just, you're thinning out every other board. You see what
True.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to pretty much crank out as much content specifically for those certain type of things starting off. Going off of that, how many times a day should you pin? Um, Honestly, you can do it as much as you want. It's no like limit. What I will say is don't pin one day and then don't pin for 2 days straight and then stop pinning, because then like your numbers will go down a little bit just because you'll lose that momentum.
It's like once a day, at least.
I would say 10 to 15 a day at the minimum.
Okay.
And you can do that from your phone. Like how you just clicked on random stuff and just added it. Like you can literally just do that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a mommy one because I'm already on Pinterest for
Yeah.
mom stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna make a board called Boy Mom. Okay.
But I would so what I see a lot of people doing is they'll have like 20 boards, and all of them are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have a business account, you want it to be, presentable in a way where it just represents everything to the core of your business. And all the other stuff, I would just keep like a personal one for that, or you can just hide them. You see what I'm saying? Like you can just keep
Oh.
those private, but the ones that you make public for your business account,
Mm-hmm.
make sure those go with your core brand.
Okay.
Because you don't like 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 for fitness stuff here, like I wouldn't I wouldn't advise Madhu to like have something about, I don't know, like a flower shop. It's just like what, like why? You see what I'm
True.
saying? Like it just doesn't make sense. It would all be
So for the boy
fitness based.
mom, I'm sorry for the boy mom thing. I should keep that to my personal profile. Okay. But so what if my target audience is mother entrepreneurs? Mom,
Mm. So
maybe mom
so
entrepreneur.
so what you could do that, but I would change that into your description.
Oh, and be like mom. Maybe I could just be like mama working hard to help people.
And then you could once you get your core boards up and running, then I would make that pivot to like when you want
True.
to start doing like mom stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean that my Instagram is like a mix of like my business and personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like some stuff with my son on there. I mean, I have like 6 posts.
I
Like
feel you.
it's getting there, but like I'm thinking of like all my stuff that's going to post from Instagram. Oh, I have another question.
Go ahead.
So if my stuff is posting directly from Instagram, is it all going to post to the same board?
If you wanted to, yes.
But
So
what
that's
if?
why I said when you hit that enable switch,
Mm-hmm.
you could go in and put. what specific board you want it to go to. Now you can have it go to a board and then you can move it if you want to later.
Because, okay, for instance, if I post about email marketing and then I do another post about community building and I want them to go to two different boards, where do I differentiate that inside of Instagram or
No, you would let it go over to Pinterest and then
and then
I'll show you
separate it
right
after
fast.
that?
Yeah. So let's say I go to this board here, and you can also copy pins and send them to other boards as well if they
Okay.
relate to each other.
Okay.
So for instance, my all pins board here, I just uploaded this right here. Like so,
Mhm.
this is my ebook, correct?
Mhm.
Um, I have it in my all pins because it's all of my stuff. But then I can save it to social media marketing. I could save it to,
Oh.
you see what I'm saying?
Okay. So
And
there's a little
then
bit of manual ishness in the process.
yeah,
Okay.
like which won't take long,
Right.
but it's
Right.
there. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
it's
just want to
just
be
it's
clear.
one extra step. So
Okay.
you can also go to organize, which is like say if I'm in a board, you hit organize,
Mhm.
boom, boom, boom. I click these three. I can move, I can
Mhm.
copy, or I can delete them. You can do it up to 50 at a time.
Okay, I have a question from the audience, as in
Yeah,
our beautiful Carmen. I think she's the only one there. Um,
Carmen's on it. What's up?
she said, "How do you keep up with your monthly views?" Like, I wonder what she mean by that.
Once it gets to like, say if it's at 10 million, it just like, how do I keep it above or not go from dipping?
Um, I'm a
Once you start getting traction, like you can start pinning less. I hardly pin these days, just because it gets to a point where it's like it's on autopilot. So many people are
mm,
saving my stuff. I don't have to do it anymore. That's the point you want to get to. So
okay.
initially, like you start out with like cranking out like I said, if you had a whole bunch of content, literally sit there and take 1, 2, 3 days. Like I had to go through my website. It took days, like to go through all the pictures, everything.
Hmm.
But I built up one of my boards in a week and it has 1 million impressions. And that's just because I saved everything from my website. And this was like maybe last month where I was like, oh, I created this board last month, the all pins board right here.
Mm-hmm.
Created this last month because I was bored at home. I wasn't doing anything that day. And I was like, oh, like let me have a place for all of my stuff like I should have done before, but I was just bullshitting.
Okay.
Um, so yeah,
This
so
is
like
so dope.
it really doesn't matter. Like the way you keep up with it is you just get to a point where you don't have to pin as much. And once people start saving your stuff, that's the endless retweet right there. You see what I'm saying? Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't stop.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go to my overview real fast. So here
Okay.
has the impressions by days. So it varies. It goes up, it goes down, but my website clicks don't change at all. Pretty much, like I still get just a lot of. I'm not going to say, but
That's kind of a
I get
rap
a lot of
line.
website clicks.
It goes up, it
So
goes down, but my clicks still come every day.
yeah. So here, so you have the impressions for the board for each month.
Hmm.
So I can gauge this and be like, oh, I want to. So like this urban photography and this night photography boards I have, I probably want to. For me, I want to focus on these because I want all my boards to have over 1 million impressions. So if you see here, my portrait poses and then the women of color poses that I boards I have, they're all five and they're on autopilot. I don't have to do anything with those anymore. So now
Ryan
I'm gonna.
asks, I'm sorry, Ryan asks, how long did it take for you to get this level of volume? What is a realistic expectation starting at ground zero?
There's no. How should I say this? There's no like. I would say at the max like 3 months. Like if you're being consistent,
Right,
you can
right.
start seeing real growth in 3 months. But it's not going to be like some overnight stuff unless you just
No.
have unless you just literally take like 2 or 3 days to just post mass amount of content,
Mm-hmm.
then it can happen. But it just depends on you, honestly. But there's no like scientific like, oh, it'll take this long time. It's all about content at the end of the day. You're feeding a machine. It depends on how much you're feeding the machine pretty much at the end of the day.
True. So content consistency.
Yeah, that's literally it.
That's a
Like
good
you
setup.
can tell like even like say when you're on Twitter, you don't know if you're gonna grow or not. But if you start adding value and people start seeing you, shit can happen overnight. Or,
Oh.
you know what I
Okay.
mean? Or it could just take a long time. It just depends on how you go about doing it.
Okay. Okay.
So if you have a lot of content out there, I would say, start redoing your stuff now and just get the ball rolling. Like I
Okay.
said, focus on 2 or 3 or 4, 5 boards at the max, depending on, if they're, how varying they are. But you can start out with two. You can start out with one where you say all of my content, like that all pins one that I have, that's literally everything from my website. You can start with that and then build out from there.
Okay.
So it just depends on your level of consistency. There's no like one way to do it or one way to get this type of volume. But I will say it took me 6 months and I've been on this for like 2 years now. But like I said, at this point, I hardly do anything. There's days where you know, um, I'll be on the like I do it from my phone mostly these days. I don't really get on the website. But like sometimes if I want to look at these analytics, I'm like, oh, I want to focus on this board because of XYZ. Like then I'll do that. But for the most part,
Ryan said it makes sense. He wasn't trying to trip you up with that question or nothing like that. He was just
no,
interested.
I didn't take it like that.
Yeah, that's what I figured. He also said, "Can Karima put away her trail mix?" No, it's so fucking good. I cannot.
That was actually a really reasonable question because you'll have some bullshitters out there be like, oh, you could do this in 30 days. No, I'm not expecting. I mean, unless you got content like that, I'm not expecting 30 days. But if you're consistent and depending on how much volume of content you do have already, it could be really fast or it could take time to develop. It just all depends on how serious you want to take it.
Do you think that your damn do you think that your pens are used a lot for like home design and stuff? No,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
like interior designers because I saw one of your pens and it made me like the moon one and
Okay,
it's
so
like a
yeah,
mood
so
board.
like once you can start getting messages. Like I get
It's business.
messages all the time. I get emails a lot from people. I had somebody in Texas who wanted a. Let's see if I can find this email.
I think hold
Pretty
on
much
real quick. Business accounts give you the difference between business and personal is that business gives you the
analytics.
yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much, and you can claim a website. With personal, you can't do that. Personal is like
You can
you're looking
direct
at it from.
traffic with business and claim and have analytics with business.
Hmm.
Got you.
That's the key things right there because it gives you the back end. And if you're taking it seriously, like you can see growth, you can see there's so many different things. Like I go to audience insights. So this is my audience for let's say 30 days. Travel is big, really big. Let's go to beauty. Like I can see. So like if I had like if I wanted to if I was like selling hair or something, like this is for people who own wig shops or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is how big the audience is.
Wow. That's
You see what
not
I'm saying? Like
definitely a
it
good
gives
idea.
you insight onto a lot of stuff. So when I go to art, photography, which I'm in, 59% of my audience is in for that. So
Hmm.
I could gives you an overview of what you can look at and how you can go about things.
There you go.
Education.
Creating content. Okay, so Carmen wants to know what's the next step after we make the boards. It's just making more posts and more pins, right?
That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not really complicated. It's not no, like how IG has like an algorithm and stuff like that. Like no, it's literally just posting your stuff
Okay.
and people just seeing it. But you have to go about it you just can't post stuff and expect it to stick. It has to be aesthetically pleasing. So I'm about to show you
Okay.
one thing real fast. Let me find this girl.
Okay, show me the thing, and then I'm gonna do a randomizer for the three people that entered, and then announce who won.
Got it. So I showed Madhu this yesterday, and we were just like,
Who can bracket is a search word? Oh,
oh shit, yeah, sorry, my bad. I meant to tell you that.
oh,
So when you go to, all
like
right, let me not do this real fast. That is actually very key. I don't know why I stopped there. So here in the search bar, you can literally type in. So let's say for you, let's say social media, yeah, social media.
Oh, I can leave this in my
So
podio.
on the
Okay.
side, usually comes up. I'll click that. So here you have, once you click, whatever, it has pins, like all pins from Pinterest
Okay.
that relate to that. You can have your pins, product pins, videos, people, and boards.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can find people that are very similar in your niche that you might want to connect with. Like say it's like on Twitter, if you want to DM somebody and be like, hey, like I'd like to join one of your boards, whatnot. Da, 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 da. You can do that from
Oh.
here. You can see like who are the power players in your
In my
particular
knee.
space.
Oh.
So
Mm.
that's also good for when you upload pins in the description. And I'll go to that really
This
fast.
is crazy. I have to stop eating this trail mix. It is so good. Like it is
You were
so
killing it.
good.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but so so hold on, let
Let me get
me
away.
get it. So this is like one of my moon prints. So I uploaded this directly from my website.
Okay.
Like I went to my website. I have the pin buttons on. Oh, that's
You
another
took
thing you
that
could
picture?
do.
Wow.
Huh?
Like you took that picture? I just said wow. That's
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
this is for the blood wolf, moon wolf. I don't fucking know how
Blood
to say it.
moon.
Yeah, super blood
I
moon
remember.
wolf. Yeah, that's what it was. So then the description here, I put and I could go into bigger, like deeper if I wanted to in the description, but I kind of keep it. I have like on Google, like my Google documents, I have like a whole bunch of descriptions that I have like pre-written. So whenever I upload stuff from my computer or from my website, I just
Okay.
plug it into the description. And so this is the one for like nature stuff. So it says nature, landscape
Mm.
photography, should have more, but it doesn't. And so let's
It's
go to that real
pretty.
fast.
You gotta tell me real quick.
So when you go to nature photography, all these things pop up. This is just everything. So
Hmm.
you can get specific. These keywords make things specific. So nature photography, landscape. So this is how people find stuff that they're looking for on Pinterest. So as long as you put these keywords in the description, things can be found. So some are,
Just add the keywords. Oh, my baby's
static
crying.
keywords and just make sure it's pretty much like Pinterest, like SEO. When you're on your website, you want to have meta descriptions and meta tags and stuff like that. You pretty much do the same thing for Pinterest.
So, what do you? Okay, I'm going to put some names in the randomizer now, and while I'm doing that, I wanted you to. Do you do ads on Pinterest at all?
I've done ads. I don't do them as much. Like you can, but at this point, I really don't have to unless I really want to. But you could. So you have
People
the
do like
ad
ads for
buttons.
growth, or like, because for me, let's say I come out with an ebook, and it's going to be called List Building, or it'll be called Evergreen Funnel Conversions, or something like that. I don't know.
So I'll tell you
So
exactly how to do that. Good.
and then I want to do an ad for it. So like basically, will that ad help? It'll generate more traffic to my profile and to the product I'm selling. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
So what you would do is you would go to create an ad. So you have these various things here. So you can build brand awareness.
Okay.
So that just like you would create an ad and have people go to your boards or whatnot. Then you can do ads for video.
He's hungry. Okay.
You can do ads for traffic. There's stuff where people do app. They have their apps on online, so they have people go to that.
Okay.
You can do conversions. It's very detailed over here.
Okay.
And then you can do your spend limits. Like you'll write your campaign name, have your limits. Go here, has your daily budget. You can do it for how many days you want. You can have it standard pace or you can have it accelerated. Accelerated is like they're just going to spend all the fucking all the ad money right then and there. Like it's just going to be at a rapid pace. So then you have your optimization. So like you can add in keywords and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. You do that in the targeting part.
Okay.
Create your own type of audience. So it's really specific on how you can do it. Like it literally gives you a whole like game plan on down to the T on how you want to do it.
Hey D, thank you for coming. Okay, so I'm about to spin the wheel. Can I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you know what I need to do next? These were just talking about this. I have one on my phone because I'm goofy like that, but have a soundboard. Have a soundboard available to like get it popping. I mean, so I can have like a drum roll. I need that.
All right, cool.
Okay, so thank you for attending. I'm about to click to spin, and then it'll show. Hold on. Is my screen being shared? Can you see it? Can you see it, or can you just see?
No, I can see it. I can see it.
Okay. Oh no! But like they can't see it because I gotta move my screen over. Okay. Bet. Okay. Boom. So. All right. Ready, set, click. That was exciting. Okay, so Chelsea.
Who won? I'm sorry, I can't see on my. Who won? Carmen?
No, I feel bad, but this is my screen is paused. Oh, but they can see it on the live stream. They can see it. No, her name is Chelsea Jean. Maybe Chelsea is her name, but she entered, so she's the winner, and I'm gonna DM her after. What's the process? I could just buy it and then I'll DM her after to send it to her or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. How you want to do it?
Thank you. So thank you very much. I'm excited for this. All this washcloths. I thought it was my laptop thing.
Yo, you were so upset. You were like, oh no, I don't need that. Right. That can wait.
I ordered this like really pretty like galaxy glittery pad for my computer desk situation to match.
Nice.
Hold on. To match my keyboard.
Ooh.
And my mouse. It's really pretty.
Oh, you stunning.
You know what I'm saying? So I got it to add to it. So yeah. Like I thought that's what was gonna come and it was washcloths for my son. That's fun, but
it's always fun. Anything needed for the kids is always a blessing.
Yeah, that it is for him. So thank you so much. I'm going to hop off. I'm gonna. My son's hungry, so I'm gonna feed the babies. And thank you very much. I'm gonna follow up with you. I'm gonna go to Gumroad now and buy your guide for Carmen. I mean, not for Carmen. She really wanted to win too. I feel bad, but hey, the randomizer picked it. I was trying to be fair.
It's all good.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'm like.